Hi and welcome to Aussie Kicks. On today's show, well, we're back working on the fix and keep. Yeah, I know. Anyway, things have got a little bit worse. What is wrong with me? Hi and welcome to Aussie Kicks. On today's show, well, we're back working on the fix and flip TA03F project, and I'm about to try and convince you that what I've done is logical and a good move, even if it may look a bit stupid, knowing that the budget for the restoration of this car has gone through the roof. So first I was on eBay. Obviously that's a bit of a bad thing to do. I'm sure a few of you have been caught out doing that when you shouldn't be. And this came up. Now this is an original body, and this came, as far as I know, on the TA03F, which is what I'm trying to replicate here. So that's why it's the same body. But somehow the chassis was swapped out in the past times, and it actually ended up on a TA02 chassis, which is this one here. So I purchased the TA02, this original body that hasn't been run, painted, it hasn't got any damage or anything, but it also came with the decal sheet that I needed for mine, which is the correct one. And these are originals, which is brilliant. So that's my first justification for buying another car for this project, is these decals would have cost me an absolute fortune to get my hands on anyway. So these, as well as another sheet that I've got all the peripheral bits, which I've put on here, which I'm going to have to change for this car. So that then gives me a fully restored TA03F with an original Tamiya body and all original decals. That is the correct era for that release. The next thing is I take this body off of the TA02 chassis. I take my Mercedes-Benz, which is a car I built not that long ago, which is on a TT01E chassis, and I migrate that over to this car. And then I've upgraded the chassis. I then take my brand new...
Hold on, any TA02 chassis issues that you've conveniently glossed over that you'd like to tell us about?
Yeah, thanks love. Okay, so in the interest of transparency, the TA02 chassis gave me a few issues due to it was missing some parts. I think it was just a dry shelf queen, so no electronics were ever put in it and no motor was put in it or anything like that. So that means when I got it, it had no bearings, so obviously I had to rip it to pieces to put new bearings throughout, which I've done. But it was missing things like a motor mount, no pinion, no motor. The servo mounts were missing. The servo horn and the steering linkage was missing. One of the uprights on the front was snapped off, which is kind of weird, being that the car's never been driven, but I had a replacement, so that's fine. The battery tray cover thing was missing, so I had to replace that. The suspension that was on it was some aftermarket oil suspension, but I have no idea where it comes from. But I swapped it onto the Impreza and I put the suspension that matches the Mercedes-Benz on this car. Some screws are missing from the chassis as well as the back section, so it was a bit weird. But I had all those bits in stock that I just had left lying around, so it wasn't the end of the day. The only thing I've had to purchase, here we go again, is the body mounts on the rear were wrong. So I've just temporarily made these ones and made them fit, but I had to order the correct tree, so I'll be able to change those to set the body properly. Thanks love. God, this video is making me look more and more stupid. I then take my brand new T01 and put this body on here, like so. So that's given me an upgrade to an original car that I wanted. the decals I needed for my TA03F, and that leaves me with a brand new never run TT01E chassis, which I plan to sell on to recoup some of my money. Now that cost me £108 including shipping, but since then I've decided, why recoup some money when I can do something much more fun with it, and that is I'm going to finish this car and then I'm going to give it away to one of the RC Kicks patrons, because I don't need two. So that's the plan. Right, did that make sense? Excellent. Okay, so on this episode we're going to do the decals for this one, and if I've got time I'm going to do the decals for this one. I still need to spray the wheels gold on both of these cars, so I've got to order some gold paint as well, but we should be getting very close to actually finishing the first fix and flip project. Anyway, let's crack on and get the decals done. And there you go, after many hours. I think you can agree with me, I now have two stunning looking rally cars, absolutely beautiful. Now the blue is fractionally different on the two. I guess it's because this one was backed in silver and this one was backed in white, then black, that it's kind of toned it down a fraction, but that's the only thing I can think is different. This one is fractionally darker. Right, what else is there? So I've still got to do the gold wheels. In the next episode, we're going to paint up the gold wheels, put the decals on. Then I plan on taking this one for a bit of a drive. Not going to rally the life out of it after what I've just put myself through, but we'll run it on some tarmac just to get some nice footage of it moving around, which will be lovely to do. Then I'll retire it to the shelf. On the next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to pick a winner for the Patreon giveaway in Pretza. So we'll do that on the show as well. What else have we got? Well, we need to then discuss the next fix and flip project. I have got an idea, so I will announce it on the next episode if I can actually get my hands on one. If you have a good idea for a vintage chassis, something that's not insanely expensive that I could restore on the show and I can get the body for it and parts aren't too impossible to find, that does narrow it down quite a lot these days. Put a comment below. If it's something that's better than the idea that I have, we will go with that and I will give you a shout out on the channel. What else? We will count the cost of the TA03F fix and keep, should I say. Why do I do that to myself? I have no idea. The RC Kicks Road and Rally car collection has grown quite a bit recently and I'm running out of room for it. Anyway, thanks very much. Please like and subscribe and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.